So this is how to perform your leg curls, your seated leg curls. So first things first, we always want to make sure that our weight is nice and light, so it's something that is absolutely doable for a practice set, so that way we can warm up the muscle that we are trying to work. And then you can then sit into your machine and figure out your adjustments. So Kyle's going to sit in. The last person on it was a little bit different height-wise for Kyle, and the way that we can tell that is because our pad is coming halfway up our calf and our knees aren't lining off with our little joint guide. So typically we'll always see a little cylinder or a little circle on our machine that will give us a guide towards where our knee placement should be. So if Kyle fully straightens out his leg, we're able to see that it's much further forward than where we need it to be. So what adjustment we're going to make here is we're going to adjust our chair to fall back. So he's going to go roughly back to about 3, just to make it nice and comfortable for him and make sure that his knee lines off with his little guide. So as he sits in, it's a much better adjustment here. Where we're looking for our pad to sit is if you get your 2 fingers and you punch down on the bottom of your leg, you want to aim to get the squishy part of your lower leg. So instead of the hard part called your Achilles, you're looking to get a couple of fingertips above there, just on the squishy part of your lower leg. So we're going to bring our pad down by pulling out our lever and pushing it right down, so that way we have a lovely straight leg, making sure that that's supporting our movement. We're going to flex our feet before we go for our first rep. Lovely big deep breath in, and Kyle's aim is to keep his lower back pressed into his seat. We don't want to get into a movement and start to really arch just to pull the heels in, because it can put a little bit of pressure up through the glute, which can cause things like sciatica and stuff if we start to overextend on a heavier weight. So make sure that we're using our handhelds here to straighten them out, round your shoulders forward, and actually pressure your lower back in, so we're fully working that hamstring. So nice big deep breath in from Kyle, shoulders sit forward, tummy tucks in, we're pushing the lower back into the pad, flexes the feet, drives the heels nice and quick right in, holds for 2 seconds, and slowly lets his leg straighten up until he can see his full foot, not letting his weight drop. Back in for his second rep, pauses for 2 seconds, really focusing on the feeling in his hamstrings. Goes for his third rep once he can see his full foot. 1, 2, and at the end of his set, he finishes, gently drops his weight, and he lets his pad out by pulling out his lever and lifting it up to have a breath. Well done, you!